Okay, a very good morning to all of you. Today I am going to discuss about self-joining and hierarchical data processing in structured query language. So these two processes are very important when we are talking about query from our database. Self-join and hierarchical process. Self-join means how we can join different data sets, how we can join multiple tables, and hierarchical data process is a kind of process that will provide you the facility to acquire or to retrieve the information in the tree structured format. That is a kind of hierarchical database management or hierarchical data structure. Okay, so before starting, first we should know that in this lecture we'll discuss about different kinds of statements, different kinds of you can say commands for selecting and joining a table. Then we can see how we can interpret the concept of hierarchical and what tree structure is it, then what is the format of hierarchical data, and what are the branches of different tree structures. Okay, so this is a kind of advanced SQL query. This hierarchical data process and the join, these are two advanced SQL processing, because we know that query are quite complex. In some of the cases, it is not possible to perform the query efficiently or in easy manner. So we need to use some advanced query processes, or we need to use some advanced SQL processes. So the selection of the condition may depend on the results of our queries, and a query on a table may involve recursive. Recursive means we have to repeat the same process multiple times. Sometimes we are not able to get the query at a single processing. In that case, we need to apply the recursive analysis. We need to repeat the query multiple times to get the desired result. So this recursive analysis can be done using hierarchical data structure or hierarchical data query. Okay, for an example, do some employees earn more than their direct boss? Okay, these kind of information if you want to get from your table, which employee work in the same department as clerk, which employees are bosses of someone else. Okay, so these are some complex queries. Although we are having the SQL operations, we are having different kind of SQL functions, but if we are going to perform some complex query, the example is here, how to display all employees in hierarchical order and who are the 5 best employees with higher salary. So there are some complex queries, and for that we need to apply advanced SQL queries. And in that case, hierarchical data structure will be very much useful for such kind of query operation, because hierarchical data query is based on the recursive analysis. It is based on the recursive processing. Like you can apply the same command, you can run the same command multiple times until you are not able to get the desired result. So SQL provides us efficient way to perform such queries, much more efficient than using the application of code languages. Okay, so now we will see what is self join. So self join means if we are going to join two tables, two separate tables. Okay, so self join may be of two types, normal join and self join. So when we are talking about normal join, it creates the row of the different tables. Okay, for this kind of joining of two tables, you have to have the rows of two different tables that is having sharing a common row. Means you have two tables and there should be a common row in both the tables. In that case, we can run the joining, and after applying the normal joining process, these two tables can be combined with each other. Like here an example you see, table number 1 is employee, table number 2 is department. Okay, here the name of the employee are like suppose FK2, FK1, and this is the row number. This is the tuple, PK and employee number. These are the tuples. In you see employee number here 2, PK department number. So one row is column, means this PK is common in both the tables. For applying the normal joining, or for running the normal joining of different tables, you need to have a common row in two different tables. Okay, in that case, typically a foreign key referring to a primary key, and what are the name of the employee and his department. So here PK is a, you can say it is a kind of foreign key. Okay, so in that case, foreign key will work as a primary key, and when we compare these two tables, we need to identify the same foreign key in both the tables. If it is that, you can apply the normal joining process to join these two tables. Okay, so for that, for such kind of processing, for this self joining, you need to write the command in this way. This is the command through which you can join these two tables. You have to write SQL, then greater than select dot employee name d dot department name. Okay, E and D. E means employee table, D means department table, E dot employee name. And matlab, we are getting the employee name from the employee table, and now we are getting the department name from department table. So first you have to run the select command. Means from table you are going to select the data. So employee name, then department name. Then again you will run the second line. You will write the second line from employee ID, department ID, where then you have to condition. You have to put the condition where department name is equal to department name. Now with the condition the table to join department name with the department name. So in that case, you will have the joined table that will have the information from both tables. Okay, this is the normal joining. Okay, what is self join? So self join is a type of SQL kind of advanced SQL in relates the rows of the same table sharing the common value in two different columns of the table. For an example, here it is written here TK employee name, then under TK you are having FK2, FK1, then under employee name you are having different employees name, their job profile, their salary, and their department number. So self join relates the row of the same table. If you are going to join the value within the same table, then we can go for the self join. So normal join works for two different tables, and self join works for the individual or single table. Okay, if you want to add two different values in the same table, then you have to run the self join. That's what is known as self join. Now it is working on their own table. No need to go for second table or another table. Okay, in that case, it relates the row of the same table sharing the common value in two different columns. We know that in a table there may be different columns, so it relates the two different columns with the same name in the same table. In that case, a foreign key may refer to the primary key, and the employees they receive more than their manager. So here our query is which employee receives more salary than their manager. So out of this table, you have to you have to identify the name of the employee which are receiving more salary than their manager. So in that case, you have to write the code, you have to write the syntax in this way. First you need to run the select command. Select command selects the table from which table you are going to retrieve the information, then employee salary, then manager salary. Then you will compare that which employee is having the maximum more than salary than the manager. So in that case, you will run second line from where you are getting information, employee name, and where employee like the manager or the employee number, and salary greater than salary. E dot salary means salary of employee greater than M dot salary means salary of manager. So we are going to see which employee is getting more salary than the manager. So you have to write this E dot salary greater than M dot salary. So when you run this, you will get the result like these two employees are having more salaries, Ford and Scott. These two employees are having more salary than the manager salary. So self join can be done, or it can be used as a SQL processing. It can be used as an advanced SQL processing that can work on the same table. You no need to go for different tables. It can also having the property to share a common value in two different columns of the same table. Okay, so in this topic, today's topic, we will discuss about this self joining. We will not discuss about the normal joining. Normal joining is simple. In normal joining, you have to have two different tables, and you need to identify the common field in two different tables, and then you can join these two tables. But in self joining, you need to check the common values in different columns of the same table, and then you can go for the self joining process. So normal joining and self joining, these are the two important, you can say these are very advanced SQL processing that can run on the same table in case of a specific query. When we are looking for some complex queries, we are looking for some complex information, then you can go for this self joining. Okay. Okay, so now there is another concept is subqueries. There may be the main query like which employee's work is clerk's department. This is a main query. Now the subquery will be what is the clerk's department. So you can have the main query, you can have the main answer, and under the main answer you can go for subqueries. Okay, so for our main question was which employee works in the clerk department. This is the main answer. Now second answer comes from the main answer. Second question comes from the main question is that what is the clerk department. Okay, so main query having a complex syntax, then under the main query you will have some query that is having the second question, and it is totally related with the main query or main question. Okay, so this is the way we can go for the subqueries. So for that you have to write the syntax in this way: SQL select employee name. First and important is that you have to select the table, from which table you are going to retrieve the information, or from which table you are looking for the query. So first and foremost you have to run the select command. After running or applying the select command, you will identify the table. Then after that, in second line you will write where department number. You have to select the department number, and after the department number, after the selection of department number, you can select from the employee name. So you can have the information that which employee is working in the clerk department. After running the code, after running the syntax, from employee where employee name is equal to clerk. So this is the logical way to think of the subqueries in the following way: like subqueries execute once before the main query, and the subqueries, that is results, are used by the main query. So these two answers, main query and subqueries, both are complementary to each other. When you run the subquery, then it can be executed before the main query, or the subquery results are used by the main query. So before going for the main query, you have to go for the subqueries. After getting the answer for subqueries, after getting the answer for second question, you can have the answer for the first or main question. Okay, so this is the way in which we can do the subqueries. So there may be multiple types of subqueries: single row subquery, multiple row subquery, multiple column subquery, or SQL detects all the cardinality inconsistency. So whatever the queries you are having, it may be in the single row, it may be in the multiple rows, or it may be in the multiple columns. Whatever the need, what kind of query you are having, depending on it, we can categorize it into single row, multiple row, or multiple column. So SQL provides us the ability, SQL helps us to detect all the cardinality inconsistencies. Okay, so in single row, our first question is that who works in the same department as clerk. Now multiple row having the information that can be acquired from multiple rows, and the same way if you are looking for multiple columns in the table, then it is known as multiple column subquery. Okay, it depends on our requirement, it depends on our question, what kind of questions we are looking for, or what kind of query we are looking for, or we are going to run. Okay, there may be another concept of correlated subqueries. If you are having multiple queries, so how they are correlated with each other? You have a main query, and under the main query, if you are having multiple queries or multiple subqueries, then it may be correlated with each other. You need to know what is the correlation between subqueries of the main query. Okay, so this is the way in which we can also run the multiple subqueries. We can also run two or more subqueries of the main query, and we can check the correlation between different subqueries. Okay, so subqueries in the form clause, like whatever the subqueries we are looking for, you have to visualize, or you have to view the subquery in the form clause. So what are the main employee salary and the maximum salary in their department? This is the subquery. So if you have to visualize, or if you have to view the question, whatever you are asking, what is your question, if you want to view the question, and if you want to have the answer, and by getting the answer, if you want to view your answer in a single line or at a single syntax, then you can apply, you can run the command in this way. Okay, so this is the command in which you can have the option to run the query, or you can have the option to run the subquery of the main query. Okay, this is not very much related to this self join and normal join. This is the way in which we can have multiple subqueries of the same, of the main question or the main query. Okay, so another type of query is top to n query. Top n query means if you want to have multiple queries, so you have to first define, you can define the priorities. Like if you are having 5 answers, if you are having 5 subqueries, so you can prioritize your questions, like what is the first number question, second number question, third number question, 5 number question. Okay, so top n query means if you are having multiple subqueries, or if you are having multiple questions, then you can categorize on the basis of their importance, you can categorize on the basis of their significance. Okay, suppose there are there is a question that what are the 5 most paid salaries employed. Okay, so in this you have to have multiple queries, you have to check the most paid employee. So we need to use inline view together with the row num pseudo column. So in this way you can run these kind of processes, you can run the top n query by applying or by running this query, this kind of syntax. Okay, this is the syntax in which you can write your query and you will get the answer. This is a top n query. So now question is that why we are in the need of this kind of query. What is the need of such kind of query? So basically sometimes whenever we are working for data modeling, it is necessary to show an entity with a relationship to itself. Sometimes we need to check the relationship of the entity with their own information. Okay, that is a kind of, you can say, the if you are working if you are having the entity, so what is the entity and what is the relationship of their attribute with the entity? That is the kind of relationship that can be done by the self join or hierarchical data process. Sometimes you need to go for such kind of relationship in which, and you have to check the relationship of the entity with its attributes or its own self. For example, an employee can also be a manager. A same entity may have different role. A same person can work in multiple departments. Okay, so the entity is same, but it is working in 2 different domains, it is working on 2 different roles. So in that case you need to check the relationship between that individual with the relationships to itself. Okay, we sort this using the recursive or fixed year relationship. This is the recursive processing. Like this is the employee, an employee ID, first name, last name, hiring date, salary, and commission. Okay, so how this employee is working at for different roles. Okay, whether it is working as a manager or whether it is working for manager or for any manager. Okay, there is a possibility that a same employee may have multiple roles. So you need to check, you need to see the relationship between the same employee with their different roles, with their different attributes. So this kind of information is sometimes necessary. That's why we need to go for self joining operation or hierarchical data processing. So purpose of Hierarchical data or self join is that once we have a real employee table, a special kind of join called a self join is required to access this data. A self join is used to join a table to itself, as it is was two tables. Okay, so this is the employee name. This is a table showing the employee ID, first name, the last name, the email, a phone number, everything is there. Okay, so out of this employee table, if you are looking for some information which is related to the same employee, but he is working in different department, the same employee is working in two departments of the same company. So in that case, you can go for this self joining. Table is the same, but the employee is having different role. Employee is having different responsibilities in the same company. So in that case, we have to run this self join. And that is a process. Self join is a process that is used to join a table to itself, as if it was two tables. Okay. So self join, here it is a very clear cut example. You can see here. So what is self join and how it works? So you can see this example to join a table to itself. If you want to join a table to itself, the table is given two names or allies. This will make the database think that there are two tables: employee ID, employee name, manager ID, then employee ID and last name. Okay. So here you see manager ID in the worker table is equal to the employee ID in the manager table. Like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 employees are there. 7 employees are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 employees in the employee table that is working as a manager, and 8 employees in the another table that they are working as a manager. So now we are going to check which worker of the employee name is working as a manager in the same company. So this kind of operation can be done using self join. Now we are going to join the table with itself only. Okay, so for that, this is the way you can see the choose the allies name that relate to the data associated with that table, like employees name. The employees, they are working as a manager, and the employees, they are working as a manager or worker, both. A same employee can have two roles. It can work as a manager, or he can work as a manager or worker, a simple employee or a manager. So manager ID in the worker table is equal to the employee ID in the manager table. It's both the tables should have the same number of rows, same number of information, and this is the way. This is the example how we can run this self join. So for joining these two tables, we can first select the worker last name, then workers first name that is working as a manager, the manager's last name as a manager name. From employee worker, we can join the employees manager. So you can join these two tables. Initially we are having these two tables, 1 and 2. First table is the employees working as a worker. Second table is the employees having the data of employees working as a manager. Now we are going to check that which worker is working as a manager or which worker is working as a simple worker in that company. So you can run this self join operation, and after running this code, after running this syntax, you can write the syntax, and now we can have the information, we can have the joined data from both the tables. Okay, this is the way we can run the self join. Now hierarchical queries are very important. These are closely related to the self join, because when we are going for the self join, it may be some kind having the recursive analysis. So hierarchical queries are very much important, and these are very much related to the self join operation. On the previous slide, we can see that how can we use the self join to see each employee is the direct manager. Okay, if within the table you are looking for some information which is not shown in the table previously, so that kind of processing, that kind of query can be done using the hierarchical queries. So which, with the help of hierarchical queries, we can also see that who means the what the manager works for, or so on. With this type of query, we can build an organizational chart showing the structure of a company or a department. Hierarchical query is very important when we are looking for the self joining, or when we are looking for studying the relationship of the same table, relationship within the table. If we are looking for the relationship within the table, it can be done using the hierarchical queries. Okay. So hierarchical queries is a kind of tree structure format. It is having tree structure format. It's already discussed with you that hierarchical data modeling is a kind of parent-child relationship kind of structure. If we are having a parent, the parent may have different childs. Then again, different childs may have different childs. So there is a tree kind of structure. Like a tree may have multiple branches. A tree may have multiple branches. In the same way, in hierarchical queries or hierarchical data, you can imagine a family tree with the eldest member of the family found close to the base or trunk of the tree. Okay, so a tree having a trunk, and it may have different branches, different leaves. In the same way, if we are having a pair, if we are having a uh, couple having multiple childs, so this couple is work as a origin or base in data, and it may have different childs, different son and like you can say the son and daughter. And after that, in the third stage, each and every pair is may have other son and child, son or any child, or it may be daughter or son. So imagine a family tree with the eldest member of the family that is found close to the base or trunk of the tree, and the youngest member representing the branches of the tree. The oldest person, like the origin point, is known as a trunk or the base of the tree. And now the third generation, here you can see the third stage, the third generation childs are considered as the branches of the tree. So branches can have their own branches and so on. So now again in the fourth stage, these childs may also have their own childs. So it's a kind of tree structure. Okay, hierarchical data query is a kind of tree structure in which there may be a origin point, and from the origin point we may have different branches, we may have different multiple different steps, different stages. So hierarchical queries are very important. Okay, so by using hierarchical queries, you can retrieve the data that is based on the natural hierarchical relationship between row and a column in the table. A relational database does not store the record in the hierarchical way. However, when we are looking for hierarchical relationship that is existing between the rows of a single table, a process called the tree walking. A process called tree walking can be run to enable the hierarchical to be constructed. A hierarchical query is a method of reporting the branches of a tree in a specific order. Okay, so this is an example showing how we can run the hierarchical query. So suppose we are having a simple data from the employees table below, and we are looking for the way in which we can manually make the connection to see which works for the home, starting with the Stephen King and moving through the tree from there. Okay, this is the entire table. Now we are looking for that who is the manager in in that company, and who is the employee of that company and working under that manager. So for that we need to go for the hierarchical data structure. By using this table, you cannot get directly the information about who is the manager and who is the employee. Okay, so you need to run a hierarchical data query, you need to construct a hierarchical tree structure to see who works for whom. That is starting from the Stephen King, that is the first employee name, and moving through the tree from there. For that, we can have this kind of hierarchical queries, we can have this kind of tree structure. Okay, the organizational chart that we can draw from the table in the employees table will look like this. So here it is clear that King is an employee, and these three employees, Kocher, Dehan, and Margus, is working under King. Now Dehan also having a person working under him, Hunold and Ernst. So this is the tree structure format. Employee first is a manager, then the employees or the person working under the manager. Then again in the third step, a employee may also have some employees working under him. So this is the hierarchical query. That is the illustration and example of hierarchical data queries. So this hierarchical data structure is produced from the table. From table, it is not very much clear that who is working under whom, or who is the boss and who is the employee, who is working under him. Okay, but when we construct such kind of tree, it's very clear that king is a manager and all other employees are working under king. He is a manager of that company. So in the same way, you can run the hierarchical query to get the information from your table. Okay. So hierarchical queries may also need to have some keywords. Keywords means start with, connected by the prior and the label. Means start with from where we are going to start. That is a origin point and key point, and connected by the prior. What is the relationship between multiple entities, and how many labels you are having? First level, second level, third level, fourth level. Okay. So there are three main keywords, or you can say three major components of hierarchical data queries. Start with means from where you are going to start, origin point, then connected by prior, then what is the relationship between the origin point and the other information connected with the main origin point, and label, how much label you are having the uh, hierarchical query. Like here, this is the origin, king is the start with, and these Kocher, Dihan and Morgus are having connected with, they are connected with king as a employee. And here there are four stages: king, then Kocher, Dihan, Morgus, Honhold and Ernst. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are four levels. Start with, relation with, relation among them, and how many labels are required to see the hierarchical query or tree structure. Okay. So start with identifies that which row is will be used to as the root, to root or origin point. Each and every tree has a root. In the same way, each and every hierarchical structure have a root from which it will start, or from which it will started constructing. Okay. Connect by prior means this step tells us how to do the inter row join, how different rows are connected with each other, how different employees, how the information of different employees are connected with each other. And label tells us how many branches deep the tree will traverse. How many branches? One branches, two branches, three branches, four branches. Label. Okay, so this is the this in this you can see king is the root, that is a start with, then Kocher, Dehon and Morgus like level, or you can say the connected information. These are the information, these are the employees having the same kind of profile and stored in the table. And label, how much deep is that, how much deep is your tree. So the 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, there are four levels. So in the same way, you can construct any hierarchical tree, you can construct any hierarchical query operation, you can run any hierarchical query operation by having these three keywords: start with, connected by prior, and the label. Okay. So this is very important to see the root. Root means from where you are going to start. After finding the root, now you have to check that how different information of the same table are interconnected with each other. That is inter row join, that is self join. How different information in the row are connected with each other, that is a self join. And label specifies how many branches you need to have to cover the entire data set, to cover the entire information in that table. We start with, connected by prior, and label. These are three important keywords and can be used for constructing, can be used for creating any kind of hierarchical query or hierarchical tree structure. Okay. So this is an example showing the hierarchical queries with different keywords. So this is the code, this is the syntax you can use to construct a hierarchical query. on the table, having the information about the employee ID, the last name, the job ID, and the manager ID. Okay, so this is the way in which you can run the hierarchical query by identifying the root, then the connection among the different values in the rows, and how much deep, how many levels you need to cover the entire data set, to cover or to get the information from the entire data sets in the table. This is the way in which you can do this. Okay, this is another example of hierarchical queries. Okay, to walk top down, king reports to coacher, coacher reports to king. Then this is the hierarchy. This is the hierarchy, means this is the flow, or you can say this is the, you can say, priority of you can say the seniority level. This is a seniority level. A company is having multiple employees. Here this company is having total 8 employees: king, coacher, Valen, Higgins, Gates, Dehan, Holland, Ernst. Okay, these are different employees. Now who is the boss and who is working under with whom? So this can be done using hierarchical queries. So in simple way, you can first write it like that: king reports to this, coacher reports to king, Valen reports to coacher. Now you can see here a person is working under some person. King is a manager, so he is not working with anyone, but coacher reports to king. Means coacher, a person whose name is coacher, he is working with king. Now second person, second employee is Velen, he reports to coacher. Now he is working under coacher. Then Higgins report to coacher. Then Gibbs report to Higgins. Dehan reports to king. So you can see that Dehan and this Dehan directly reports to king, and Kocher directly reports to king. So Dehan and Kocher, they are working under king, and other employees like Velen and Higgins, they are working under Kocher, so they reports to Kocher. And this Hunhold is working under Dehan, so he reports to Dehan. So it can be seen here. It can be seen here. Here you see Kocher, Dehan, and Morgus, they are working under king, so they report to king. Hunhold is working under Dehon, so he reports to Dehon. And Ernst working under Hunhold, so he reports to Hunhold. And Raj is working under Margus, so he reports to Morgus. So this is the label. This is the label, means, yeah, this is the hierarchical query label. So walk top down, senior most, then you can have the different layers: 1 2 3 4, then 3 4. What is the label? What is the what is their position in the company? So king is at the top position, so his label is 1. Poacher working under king, so his position is 2. Velen is working under coacher, so his position is at the level 3, or he is the third position in the company. Okay, Dehan also reports to king, so Dehan's position in the company is second. He is at the second position in the company. And then other employees are working under Dehan and coacher, so they report to coacher. So respectively, they can have different levels. They can have different positions in the company. So this is the hierarchical query level example. How we can see the level of information that is flowing from top to bottom. That is flowing from topmost position or top information, top person working in that company, to the person working at the lower position in the company. So this is a top to down query, top to bottom level of hierarchical query in a employee's name of a company. Okay. So if you wanted to create a report by displaying the company's management level, that is beginning with the highest level, and identifying each of the following levels, then this would be easy to do using the level pseudo column. So this is the way, this is the syntax. By writing this syntax, you can display your report. You can display your query report in the form of graph or table. Okay. Hierarchical query output level. So you can see in the result on the right, each row is indented by 2 underscores per level. So this underscore tells us the level. This underscore tells us the level. So King is a boss, Kocher is working under King, Valen is working under Kocher, Higgins is working under Kocher, Gates is also working under some other employee, Dehan, Hanholt. So this underscore, the length of this underscore shows the level, shows the position of the person in that company. Okay, so as long as you are having the length of that underscore, it shows, it represents the position of that employee in the company. So this is another way of showing your query output, your result in the form of this kind of chart, this kind of way you can visualize your, you can display your query results. Okay, bottom up hierarchical query, as you can see in the result below. This example so how to create a bottom up hierarchical query by moving the keyword that is prior to after the equal sign and using the grant in the start with clause. Okay, so this is a bottom up query. One is top to bottom, now bottom to up. In first query we are looking for top to bottom. Here we are looking for from top to bottom, top to down query. Now you can also run bottom to top query. Okay, in that case we can first see the lower working person working at the lower post in the company, then we'll go to the upper position. So here you can see king is showing at the last in the table, but in previous table king was at the first position, first place at the table. So that was top to bottom. Now this is bottom to top, bottom to up query. In that the person working at the lower position and the company having the top position in the table, and the person having the higher post will be shown at the down position, at the last position in that table. So you can have both kind of query, top to bottom or bottom to up, depending on your requirement, depending upon your you can say the, and you can have the importance depending upon your query. You can apply top to bottom and bottom to up query operation. Practical query pruning. Pruning means cutting off the branches. Sometimes in some cases there may be unwanted branches. So for that, for reducing the unwanted branches, or you can say unwanted means if you are having some unwanted information that is not related to your query, in that case we run the pruning operation. Pruning means hota hai chatai karna. Okay, like in your tree or in your small any kind of grasses, you cut that grass. Okay, in the same way pruning is a kind of cutting of unwanted information when you run any kind of query. In some cases after running the query, when you see the result, you may have some unwanted information that is not very much relevant to your query, that is not very much relevant to your question. So in that case we can run the pruning. Pruning is the cutting off unwanted information from your result. So pruning branches from the tree can be done using either the where clause or the connected by prior clause. In that case you can have where conditional of condition or connected by prior clause. If the where clause is used, only the row named in the statement is excluded, and if you use the connected by prior value, prior information, then the entire branch is excluded. So you need to see, you need to first check what kind of information you want to remove. If you want to remove some certain information, if you want to remove some specific unwanted information, so you can use the where option. By using the where command you can have some conditional syntax, then you can prune, you can cut that information. If you want to delete or if you want to reduce the entire unwanted information, then you can use the connect by prior option. So it will cut or it will exclude the entire branch. Okay, so there are two ways to prune your query, prune to run the pruning of your result. either it will be done by where clause, or it will be run by connect by prior clause. Okay, now moving to next slide. This is the way how we can do the pruning. Okay, for an example, if you want to exclude a single row from your result, in that case you should use the where option or where clause to exclude that row. If you want to only exclude a single row or a specific row, then you need to check, you need to go for the where clause. However, in the rest it would then look like Gates worked directly for the coacher, which he does not. Okay, so this is the way. If you want to remove this information, if you think that this information is not relevant to your question, so you can run the pruning command. You can run syntax that can reduce this information from your query. So it will be like that: poacher working under Velen and Gits. Although Gits is working under Higgins, but if you think this information, the information about this employee is not required, so you can prune this information. In that case, you will have only the information about this another employee. Okay, this is another type of pruning, in which we just cut the relationship, we just cut the connection. Okay, if you wanted to exclude one or row or all the rows, then you should make the exclusion part of the connect by statement. By running the connect by statement, the entire relationship, the entire connection of that query will be deleted, will be excluded. In this example that excludes the Higgins, we are also excluding the Gates in the results. Okay, so depending on the requirement, if you want to remove a specific information, then you go for the where clause. If you want to remove the entire connection, then you can go for connect by statement. Okay, these are different important terminologies that are very much important to know, that are very much important to get the you can say the these terminologies are very much important when we are talking about hierarchical data query or self joining. Connect by prior, hierarchical queries, the label, the self join, they start with tree structure, tree walking, or branches. These are important terms, these are important terminologies that needs to be understood, that needs to be uh, connected, that needs to be studied before going for any hierarchical data query or hierarchical data formation of hierarchical data structure. Okay, these are very much important in hierarchical data queries. So at the concluding remark, in this lecture we have discussed about different kinds of self-joining operations. We studied that how to construct and execute the select command, select statement to join a table. Now we have see how we can interpret the concepts of hierarchical query, how to create or construct a tree structure, and what are the required format of hierarchical data, and how we can perform the pruning to exclude unnecessary information or unnecessary result while running the hierarchical query or hierarchical data operation. Okay, so this is all about hierarchical data query or self joining. Thank you very much for today's lecture.